Right.
So,
I was trying on my mother's bra the other day, and
oh, really?
surprisingly enough, it
One
it acted
take.
pretty snug.
Face off.
It was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm pretty
Would
sure.
you say that you have bigger boobs than your mom does?
I guess it depends on the mom, but
Mm.
Now I'm
probably
confused.
overall. Yeah, so I mean, I have two moms, right? So like, I have like the ones who still have my receipt, and then I have the biological one.
Gotcha.
So either or. Oh my God, what are you guys doing here? Holy shit! I didn't even see you there. Hi, come on in, take a seat.
Who are you talking to?
These guys, you don't see them?
Who?
Who?
The fucking turn to your left.
Oh my god! Dude! Who the fuck gave
It
you the key?
it's all of our four people that watch this. Hi.
How did they get in here?
That's crazy.
Oh my god, they must all be rogues. They took down the guards.
Oh my God, Willie, get out of here.
Never.
Is that a
Easy
book?
too.
I'm telling Milton.
Wait, you got. Wait. Is that episode up yet? Have you guys dealt with Willie, or is that in the episode that I was editing?
No, that should be up by now. I think that was like
I.
episode five or
I.
six.
I really think it was 8, dude. I don't know.
No, the last episode that I think was aired was the one with taxes.
Yeah, and you didn't kill him or do anything then. You said that you were causing a fireball. It's been a while since we've done anything, if you guys couldn't tell. This is our awful segue into the apology of our hiatus.
Yes.
Um,
Totally all of our faults equally. Call.
you know what? How about you suck my cock?
Hey, you know what? I have an excuse. My lung failed me for the third time, so
I mean, look, Nick can't breathe. That's just his shtick, you know? It's who he
yeah,
is.
now yeah, I literally can't breathe on my own now. I need an inhaler every day.
You don't need lungs to roll dice.
Well, he's been blowing his dice this entire time, like just blowing them out, like.
Yep.
Oh shit. Nick fucks dice confirmed. You've all heard it first.
Shit, yeah. There you go.
Why
That's your
is it
confirmation.
so? Oh, because my fan's not on. Stupid.
My
Whatever.
fan's not on. Well,
Listen.
your fans are on, and they're right here. Hey guys, what's going on? Getting into
Wow. To my left, an empty chair.
some sort of empty intro. It's your boy, as the ladies call him, Skinny Dinkle.
I don't think that's a good thing that they call you that.
Well, I'd rather be that than a fat dinkle.
I mean, I hear fat dinkles are a lot better than skinny dinkles.
I don't. What are we talking about here? I'm talking
What?
about.
That's not what I was talking about.
I'm not body shaming anyone. I just don't think that anybody should have a fat dinkle. It's probably a health issue, and you should get checked out. Update
Yeah,
time.
true.
Update time. We've been busy the past couple of months. August hit a little hard with me and Haley getting COVID and whatnot. Kind of slowed down a bit of production. Um, I got a couple videos pre-recorded because all of our podcast episodes are pre-recorded, but I haven't gotten around to editing them because we are currently moving halfway across the country, so that's fun. We're doing that at the end of this month. Um, Haley and I are now engaged. Other than that, there's not hasn't been a whole lot more going on.
Let's just let's just blow past that fact. Well, congratulations. Yeah, we're engaged. It's whatever.
Yeah, you know, I mean, we're gonna get married probably sometime next year. This is whatever. Anyway, so D&D dice rolls.
Let's get to the important thoughts here.
Yeah. The stuff that actually matters, you know?
Right. The burning questions that all of our handful of fans are
That the two
dying to
people that
know.
I know for sure watch the podcast and no one else.
Does Milton create his first murder? Find out next time. But this is just a theory, a D&D theory. I'm gonna get sued.
We have to kick
Yes,
Thomas off of the podcast for quote unquote creative differences.
he's gonna get us in trouble. We got to get rid of him while we can.
No, if you claim it's
Please.
creative differences, everything's fine.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. That is so bad that that's true.
I'm just created differently.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's even worse. Yeah, but I didn't want to leave you guys with nothing. So this is kind of just like a short little powwow of us explaining, goofing off. Uh, Maybe trying to give you a laugh if we tried a little harder, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing
True.
here.
I don't know.
Well, to kind of like spark notes, all the changes that have been going on. Like Trevor mentioned, him and Haley both got COVID. I was in New York for the month of August visiting my family and also my birthday. I'm 28 now. I'm old as fuck.
Wow! He's almost 30.
Wow. PT standards going down. All right,
I don't
cool.
know.
But
Some people like them older.
PT stands for physical training.
Oh,
Yeah. Wait, what'd you
I don't
think it
know.
stood for?
I didn't hear what
Fucking.
he said.
But I think we've pretty much done a round robin of COVID at this point because Lindsay, I don't know, did Lindsay get ever confirm that she had
Yeah,
it?
I mean, it was earlier, I think around like the third episode. I mean, it was the episode that we had to cut off her entire phone conversation because she forgot to mute herself. Fun editing I had to do. But yeah, that
Oh
was around
yeah.
the time that she got COVID. Thomas then broke his leg after that.
Oh fuck, that was fun.
So he had nothing but time to record a podcast.
I have no life.
And then I think he ended up getting sick, but it wasn't as bad as Haley
I got
and mine
food
was.
poisoning, and then after said food poisoning, yo, I ate a bad lobster. Okay, so
Clearly.
I had a bad lobster, and I've the only other time I've ever gotten food poisoning in my life that I can recall is when I was in basic training for the Air Force. And the ironic part about it, the poetic justice, if you will, was that in basic military training, at least for the Air Force, for those who don't know, once you graduate, you kind of wear like your little flight colors or whatever, like your squadron. And each squadron is represented by a different, I guess, like symbol or mascot, if you want to compare it to that.
What's
And
your symbol?
we were the Gators, and so
Mm-hmm.
uh, we were in San Antonio, Texas, and like the last couple days of your training, your family gets to come visit you, see your graduation, and then you get like one night out with them before like they ship you off to wherever your tech school is. And so
Mm-hmm.
we went out to dinner, and we went to this place that I'm not going to name the name of, so I don't accidentally get them like banned for health issues or whatever. But
Should they
they
be?
they served fucking fried or like yeah fried gator, and I was like, oh, this is funny, I'm gonna eat this. And then I ate it, and then like the gods themselves were like, not today, bitch. And they were just like, you're gonna fucking puke out your ass. And I was like, sweet.
You know, it's funny because that's exactly how COVID started. Someone wanted to try a bat.
Delicious. But yeah, so I sat there and fucking I was like convulsing, I threw up in the bathroom. It was a good time anyway. So current events. I'm pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. Cool. Here we go.
I mean, who
Um,
doesn't in the podcast? Let's go.
True.
fair
I think
enough.
Nick might be the only one sane enough here. Maybe Haley, but
Yeah, Nick is the only one physically dying. All of us are just mentally unstable.
so
The
yeah,
I'm
that's another thing that happened was Nick's lung then collapsed. So
yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't need surgery, luckily, but it's gonna happen again at
for
some
now,
point. I don't know when. Yeah, exactly. For now, it's gonna happen again at some point, and I'm gonna need upsorodesis again.
and
So,
he knows it's gonna happen again because it's happened 2 times before this.
yeah, to the right side, and now it's to the left side. So I already know it's gonna happen again, but I just don't know when.
So unrelated but also related, we're starting a GoFundMe so he can get new
Oh
lungs.
my god. We just need to find the right artificer, and they can make him two portable iron lungs.
Either
All
that
right,
or $100,000.
honest.
We're not paying for your wedding. Stop trying to fool these people.
Yeah.
My wedding will be cheap, thank you. I'm having it on my grandma's property.
We're going to get Wendy's as a caterer, and we're going super size.
uh, Not Wendy's, Burger King. Come on.
Obviously, we dine like royalty tonight.
I'm the Turtle King. You think I'm gonna dine with some fucking redheaded bitch?
I have a name. Uh, oh, but yeah, after my lobster food poisoning,
Oh
it
yeah,
turns
that
out
story.
I, I also somehow got COVID. So that's where this all connects. All right, moving on.
Full circle. Let's go. And then I think after that, Nick got COVID, and then his lung collapsed.
Yup.
So
God,
Unfortunately.
it's been a fun couple months.
somebody's been rubbing a lot of lamps and making a lot of abyssal wishes, if you will.
Yeah, which one of you
Yeah.
fucks?
The plot twist: the bucket of lube is actually the genie.
Yo, hang on. Where's my notebook?
He just comes up and it's just like it's like a fucking ooze. It's like a slimoid genie patron.
This is how I introduce plasmoids.
Oh,
You thought it
you've
was a
rubbed
bucket of
my
lube, but in fact it was I.
tsunami. Oh God, this is what we do. This is what we do. For anybody who wonders what we do in our off days,
This
we
is what
just
we
come together.
do before and or after recording of the podcast. We just fuck around
Even
with it.
during.
Sometimes during, yeah. A lot of it, I don't know if it actually stays in. A lot of it is thrown to the back after credits.
Just in case. We try to slip past the censors.
By that point, no one's listening anyway, so you know.
Right. They've stopped after the cool music plays in the beginning.
Listen,
Well, that's all I needed. Click.
well, all you need is the intro because you sum up everything in the previous episode. Like, come on.
Shit. But yeah, so that was past, leading into present. Let's talk about some future stuff. Um,
Future plans. I got big plans.
Marriage? Nah, not really on my list. But D&D plan.
Okay, that is on my list, but for like next October, so like it's a little ways away.
So I guess what would we think? I mean, do we? I mean, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot if we give a definite ETA. But just know that we will be coming back. That is a confirmed thing.
It is
We
a
just don't.
confirmed thing. I'm hoping sometime in October. It's not a definite answer because that's when we will be at a place, but I don't know if the schedule of recording days are going to stay the same.
Hmm,
I'm going to try my
more to
best to make them like that, but something to figure out more when we've moved.
One thing that you know what? Fuck it. Let's make this a thing. So I kind of want to discuss where we're at in the campaign and just kind of get because us as players we don't have any like Trevor doesn't tell us like this isn't like a scripted thing. We don't go. This is a real play podcast uh for those who didn't know. Meaning like this is literally we're playing D&D and I'm not going to mansplain a live play
Thank
podcast.
you, thank you for reading your script perfectly, Thomas. I love.
Ah, yes.
If you give him something Hunter Proctor, he will read it. Who put a question mark?
But no, yeah,
I
all of this is it's a live play podcast. I don't like D&D podcasts that are scripted. It kind of defeats the purpose of a D&D game. Um, it's
good half
gone.
sentence.
It's all gone. It's all gone. Carry on. I'm done talking. I turn the
Yeah,
rest of my time over to you.
Awesome. Well, so what I was so where I was going with that was I think that a future plan that I would like to pitch is that in between episodes, as probably like a buffer because DM burnout is a big real thing, and I as a forever player recognize that. So I think it'd be kind of cool to have like a mini. I see, and it's a popular thing among the podcasts that I listen to. I'm not going to name drop because they don't sponsor us. So
True.
uh,
If they
but
want to,
then I'll start dropping names.
then my Twitter is open.
Eat your heart out, Matt Mercer. Anyway, but I would like to pitch the idea of having like an after, like uh, a post session kind of like community pot, if you will. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll come up with a better name. I did
Well,
pitch the idea a couple weeks ago of calling it the Abyssal Whispers,
I did
and it
like
just
that,
having
and that is by Nick. Um, I did
Nick's dead.
like that. No, you can't joke about that. It's too soon.
Oh fuck.
No, but I did like that title name, and I'm probably gonna call this video itself Abyssal Whispers.
Ah, sick. Confirmed. Abyssal Whispers,
Because it's
session
such a good
zero.
name. It's such a good name for like just a simple after session like thing. And eventually, like if this podcast ever got off the ground, I would have wanted to do that anyway. Um, but probably on like a Patreon.
On something we can make money.
Oh, yes.
If we do
Look,
start,
I got a wedding to pay for, and Nick's got a lung to pay for. So
Two
and
lungs actually, but
I
thank
like
you guys.
yeah, fuck it. With how much money we'll make off this, you can buy yourself 8 lungs.
you could buy a spare.
Yo, I could be like the best endurance runner ever
Oh god, but they're all
with eight
external.
lungs. Oh
External.
no.
I love this idea. Let's go with it. He's a demon now in the campaign.
My next character.
Okay, I do want to say real quick because it's something that I've noticed. I haven't heard anyone say it, but we are in a demon apocalypse, and I have not thrown a demon at any of you yet.
Well, I
This
think it's
is true.
yeah, I definitely think that I mean, we've been pretty like we've just been in the right places at the right times because we haven't traveled anywhere outside of this. Like once I can't talk about too much because I don't think anybody's there yet. But once we get the episodes caught up that we've like
That
sat down and done and whatnot,
that you and all of us actually know, the
right?
players. I mean,
Um, because it's not scripted, but we do record a little bit in advance, so all of our episodes are live. But we just I'm not gonna just ignore the shit behind the curtain. Um,
well, it's more of I wanted to have like a buffer in case things like how they've been going happen. You know, I wanted to have episodes that I could record even if or edit even though if we haven't recorded that week.
right, which has become null and void since
Because I am running out of of a buffer.
Nobody's fucking posting.
I've been busy. Thomas said he was going to help me, but his computer is too poopy.
my computers were both free and they're little laptops, and I tried to hit the editing software because I do have a little bit of experience with editing software, or at least on the audio side. But then as soon as I tried to like download it, it would let me edit for 15 minutes and just have a brain aneurysm. I was like, oh fuck. I was in mid conversation with Trevor, and my computer's like, and I'm like, ah!
Turned into a PS4.
Yeah, this fucking jet engine just started going off. I was like, unplug the power. So I'm here in spirit.
I think
I make Trevor.
I think I'm the only one with like a good enough computer to actually do anything.
You have an actual fucking computer. I got a dinner plate.
Yeah, I've got a notebook laptop. Let's
Listen,
go.
Nick's computer used to be good.
It did actually. It was really good, but ever since the Windows updates have been coming in, it's been slow. I refuse to update to Windows 11. Absolutely refuse because it's gonna absolutely kill my computer. So
Your computer's on your last legs anyway.
it is. It is. I mean, it takes 25 minutes to reboot my computer. And
Oh.
sometimes when I am literally just, I have my laptop in sleep mode, right? What'll
Hmm.
happen is that the light will come on showing that it's on, but my screen will be black and I can't wake it up. And
Oh,
it'll
dude,
just
that's
be
the worst.
frozen. It's like a hard freeze, and I am forced to manually reboot it by holding the power button. And then every time I do that, I hear the hard drive go click click meow, and I'm like, don't break on me. It's like I hate it.
Is
That's
it?
why I want a solid state drive.
But yeah.
Uh,
So editing has been falling onto me, and I don't mind it. Like I can edit. It's really not that big a deal. It's not that hard. It's just I haven't had the time recently.
Yeah, having a life and a happy marriage and a good happy family. Mm.
oh my God.
Thomas, on the other hand, has nothing but time, just not the right equipment. So
Yeah, so how about you, as your wedding present to you, give me your computer.
how about
Yes.
you go pay for something that's actually worth something? There was probably
I
a
guess.
reason you got it for free.
Yes, because I asked politely.
I don't. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
And I guess I was supposed to be kind of for college, but I was like, eh.
What were we
The
talking
point
about before this?
remains. Fucking yeah, cool. Some more future stuff. So yeah, Abyssal Whispers. Boom. I guess that's the title now.
Yeah.
Bam.
I don't know exactly when it would happen. If it'll happen, that depends. But
It's
it's something
happening
I.
right now.
Shit, you got me there. I got some big plans coming up with a guest coming onto the podcast. I'm excited for that. Um, I've been making a lot of things in advance for a few sessions down the line, but
I think um I think as a preference, I like that I mean I personally I'm a huge fan of homebrew campaigns. Especially when people like when you can experience people's passions and whatnot that they have like that they put time and effort into creating a fucking world. It's like holy shit, and you get to experience it. It's like oh my god, it's crazy.
I like world building. I may not be the best at it when I start doing it, but once I get into the flow of it, and then like I like an ever growing world. Um, in other words, I'm not gonna make something unless you guys are going there. But until those like happen, yeah, I've been making like pieces of the 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 once great land of Zenvera. That's by the way the world's name in this campaign. Don't know if you guys knew that. I said it at the very beginning of the campaign, but so I've made like some major cities that have been like big landmarks that were lost to the apocalypse. But other than that, I haven't done a whole lot of world building.
Hmm. I think that um, looking back, and there's been some continuity issues on my part because I'm just a probably undiagnosed ADHD
I
silly fun boy.
I need to make a show Bible.
A show Bible?
Have you never heard of those?
No, I'm old, dog.
Okay, so they're technically like used in TV and stuff, but it's like it's all the information you gather from every episode of each character.
Hmm. Welcome to our introduction to our merch. Who wants a show Bible?
Available now at Patreon, so support.
Patreon backslash abyssal backslash underscore wish backslash dinkle.
Forward slash cock.
Oh fuck! If you enter fat dinkle in the promo code section, you will get up to 69 cents off.
Yo, big day, because that's probably our a dollar. The actual subscription is $1, so it's 69 cents off. Big deal.
Nice. We'll be raking in.
But no,
We can get all of the balls.
I've been thinking of some pretty cool magical items to give everyone. The spot that we're currently at in the stories interesting because I got to do stuff with certain characters, but I've been having some fun with that.
Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely been a heck of a ride so far, and I mean, like geographically, we haven't gone too crazily far, and
You've
already there's so
gone,
much stuff.
you've gone in a
Being able to
dungeon and
experience,
water deep.
right? Yeah, and I think that something that I would probably see moving forward is it's very difficult. I mean, there's all kinds of with D&D, there's all sorts of multiverses and whatnot. Who's what? So like these water deeps and candle keeps are not
No,
necessarily.
So I'm gonna give some story behind that. If anyone is actually a fan of like correct D&D lore, lame. These are
You're
not.
in the wrong place.
This is not that water deep. I asked everyone where they thought like their characters came from, allowing them to basically name a city of their own choice, create something in the world. Because I like world building with my players. I find it a bit more fun. And Thomas said just Waterdeep. He went for a safe canon choice, and I said, okay, yeah, the name's canon, not the same place.
I mean, there's so many. There's only so many random two words you can put together to make it sound like a city. So sorry, Wizards of the Coast, don't sue us.
But it's just a variation of Waterdeep. I mean, there is still Candlekeep, as we've said in the podcast. I think that's the next episode that's supposed to be uploaded. Is you guys actually going there?
I think so. I think yeah. And I mean, just a bit, just a side note before we hop off of the subject. There's like 15 different New Yorks if you think about it. So if you look it up,
True.
there's like New York, Iowa, or some shit. Like like there's
Everyone
so many.
reuses city names.
So don't add us, please. There's gonna
But
be some like ultra mega nerd that's just like, oh, actually, if it was 500 miles from this place, you'd actually be at fucking Cucamonga. So you're wrong. And I'm like, well, fuck me, I guess.
Whoa. Hold up there, brother.
Anybody who has complaints, please DM me personally. I would love to
shit
take
on them.
your continuity issues and laugh at them.
I would love to shit on
Fuck
them.
you. We're all nerds and we're having fun.
Um, yeah, I mean, there isn't a whole lot that you guys explored yet. Um, I know I'm personally looking forward to you guys going back to the cave because I feel like you're all gonna empty your inventories, which you should have done
God
to begin
fucking
with.
damn it, dude. I'm surprised these bags of holding haven't fucking exploded. There's so much shit.
They're getting close.
It's just throbbing. The pocket dimension inside a bag of holding is just like, bro, I'm
Yo.
fucking stuffed.
Hey, buddy, maybe don't put that pencil in here. You know what I'm saying?
500 and 0.5 pounds. Oh,
Oh
God.
God. Yes. So let me ask, what are you guys hoping to see from like further into the story?
Hmm. Take it away, Nick.
Honestly, further into the story, I can't really say yet what I expect from it. I'm just kind of rolling with the flow. You know what I mean? Like wherever we go,
No,
I
that's a
think I'm
different
more
podcast.
focused. What?
That's a different podcast.
What do you mean?
Going with the flow. Is it?
That's not
Oh,
exactly. I'll say it in chat because again, we're not sponsored by anyone, but it was a joke for myself because I listened to it.
That's so funny.
got you.
Yeah, that's the
Okay,
podcast that I might
okay.
just put in chat.
I wasn't sure what you were talking about,
Yeah, it was a joke for
but
me. That's all.
There's probably like 2 of the 4 people that watch us, so there's like, ha, I get it.
Hey, I get it.
I understand that reference.
Exactly. So anyway, sorry to interrupt. Continue.
you're gonna go. I'm more of a go with the flow kind of individual. I guess it's more like because anything can surprise me, really. It's more like, yeah, I don't really have any set specific expectations. I just kind of I'm there and I will react to whatever comes our way. And honestly, that's how I like to play. I don't really like to play with set expectations because then that kind of limits you. That like you're setting boundaries in your
Mm-hmm.
own mind for what you expect. And then when you don't get that, you're disappointed. So it's like, what's the point in the first place? Why expect anything?
And
Of course, you
that's
expect.
what killed the newer Star Wars movies.
Oh, savage.
Yeah,
It is though.
unfortunately. Yeah, it's
Everyone
like you have that
expected one thing.
expectation. Yeah. I mean, of course, there was more to be like disappointed by though, because it's like, okay, you're going against like the logic of this character themselves. You are going against the grain of this character. Why? Why are you doing this? But anyway, I could go into a whole
No,
spiel about that,
that's
but
for our other podcast that we will eventually launch if this one ever takes off. The Extra Chromie Homies, because I do fucking want to do that podcast because I like just chatting with you guys.
honestly, but
Pretty
yeah,
hard.
that is that's the gist. I really don't have set expectations because I don't like to do that because then it's like, okay, I could expect one thing, but there's a whole different thing planned. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's just how I roll.
All right, Thomas.
I think, um, I think expectations probably wouldn't be the most accurate way that I would put it. I would
I
probably
mean,
say like,
I asked what you guys hoped to see, but
well, right. So
Oh, okay. I thought you said, what do you guys expect to see?
no, I
Okay.
said,
That's
what are you
my
hoping to see?
bad. Oops,
well,
I
feedback.
completely misunderstood.
Great
I was
answer,
like, wait,
Nick. Doesn't really
expect?
answer the
What do you
question.
mean? Yeah, no, I'm like, wait, this is an unscripted podcast. You said so yourself. We can't be having expectations right now.
I expect to be 20th level. Damn
I was
it.
so confused.
So
I was
actually,
like,
I was gonna
wait.
cap it at 19.
Fuck.
I'm like,
What a
this
cock.
man talked about having an unscripted podcast and then goes and asks, what do you guys expect? I'm like, what? But
Well,
anyway, yeah, got you, got you.
I think I think what I think the one thing that I am really interested in is just how things will all play out. Like there's so many questions that have come up even during our sessions. Like if I'm ever quiet or not actively talking or doing like in combat or something,
Which is
I'm
a
literally
lot.
brainstorming. I'm a fucking I'm such an analytical like I'm not like sucking my own dick here. I'm just giving you insight on who I am. But
I'm just such like
uh,
a cool dude, you know.
I'm
I
just
do.
so fucking awesome at D&D, guys. I have it on my resume. But I consistently think like with every new NPC we meet, with every new fucking situation we're in, every new location that we go to, it's just like, okay, how could this place benefit us now or in the future? How could this person is this person worth like investing into, not investing into? How are they doing? Like, how would we react if it turns out that we have to go against them or work with them or stuff like that? And I keep all these little scenarios in my head. If I ever have any like moments where I'm just not talking, you're like, oh, that boy thinking, like, he's scheming.
Which is he talks a lot in the podcast. So like one of those moments, you know what's going down.
Anytime I'm breathing, he's like, oh, he just thought about 5 different things. Cool, back to the breath.
He solved the riddle.
I'm fucking. Oh my god, fucking riddles, man.
The riddle episode was one of my favorite because you're playing an intelligent character, but you can't solve it yourself.
I think the biggest thing, if I had more time, then eventually even my fucking dumb boy brain could do it. But it's just like, I think one of the parts of that is that like I don't want us as a party to be stuck in several episodes on riddles. So like I'm sitting there like overdriving my brain and I'm overthinking it. Like the fucking tablet with "Show Me Only Wealth." I was like, okay, maybe that could be what is that? I'm like thinking in my head. I'm getting philosophical with it. I'm like, maybe it just means we need to like show love or like affection. Like, oh, the wealth
That
of the camaraderie.
that would have
And that
been
was
good
like,
too, but and when you pulled out the paper, I was like, "Oh, you're close. Like that's pretty good." And then
I was like,
Nick, it was the exact opposite because Nick's a pretty smart guy, but he's playing an absolute idiot.
Yeah, it's
So he can't realistically say the answer because it wouldn't fit his character.
Nick's just clenching his jaw, just grinding his teeth. You fucking moron.
yeah.
And then I fucking love Koritari just going on her own into the puzzle path, and you hear Lindsay just screaming because Haley just never heard that puzzle before.
Oh god. I felt like such a badass because IRL we were doing this event where essentially it happens on like Fridays now, and it's just kind of like a community building within the squadrons, and so like we just or yeah, so we just pretty much like we sit around on Fridays once in a month, and we just kind of do like team building exercises and stuff. I know Air Force super badass. And
Do you guys play with
somebody
Legos?
well, we played with riddles. And
Oh.
so somebody tried to get me with a modified version of that riddle, and everybody was so fucking stumped. And I was like, this is my chance. This is it. I know how to defeat you now.
Was it
And then
because of the podcast, or was it like just a separate thing?
it was because of the podcast. I was like, holy shit, I took something out of this. It was like,
I mean,
it was the
it's a common puzzle, but like she just has never heard it before. It was great.
yeah, I feel like listening to riddles requires human interaction, and I didn't get much of that as a child, so
That sucks. Anyway,
I'm a sad boy. Sad boy news.
yeah. Also, it was just funny to see like the character of Wogue just pop off all of these answers and just be like, "Oh, okay."
where the fuck did that come from?
I don't
Oh
know.
my
I was
god,
like, Lindsay, what was she fucking on that day?
that's crazy. It's really interesting to see the two sides of the coin between player and character. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if anybody listens to me just talking casually here, you'd probably be like, "Wow, this guy's a fucking dickhead." But I mean,
Yeah,
okay,
just
you're
like
probably.
Milton.
And then Milton's just this quiet little fucking person who's just like, I just like books. And and like, but the player in me is like, I haven't read a book in fucking 20 years.
Book? You mean like the player handbook?
No, you mean like the rules? Uh, but I think, yeah, I think as far as like what I'm excited to see in the future is just how far across this land, I guess, has the apocalypse spread to? Like, are there certain civilizations or something that have actually like fended it off, or is there like underground? Because like this place that we're introduced to in the beginning is in a cave in like a mountainous area or
Yeah,
something. Like
an
we
old
dug
dwarven
in.
like abandoned mining city. Yeah.
So it's like, what else is out there? I think like the journey itself is another one of my favorite parts. Is just being like, how big is this world? Is this the
So
only world?
you're really excited to just see like what else is out there other than yourself.
Yeah, like, are we alone out of all these random like NPC like villagers and stuff that we had to save and stuff so far? Is there anyone else of equal importance, or is there even people who have decided to like align themselves with the this like apocalyptic source, like because to me like fiends, demons, devils, and all that shit, that's like the bread and butter of warlocks. So any random fucking villager could have just been like, please, I'll do whatever you want, and if there's a pit fiend or something on this plane, then they'd be like, oh, anything you say. And then boom, you got yourself a fucking mini boss right there, and it's like just these warlocks. Like this would be like a warlock's wet dream. This world, are you kidding me? Oh my god.
You know what? I actually haven't thought about that.
Right. And it's like maybe there are people who are like, because not every warlock just makes a pact with a patron just because they want power. Sometimes it's out of desperation. Maybe they're a good person, but then they make a pact so that either they can save themselves or the people they care about. Maybe they're kind of like a lesser evil kind of thing where it's like, oh, I have to sacrifice one person to appease this thing, but if I do that, then my whole village is saved for another month or something of the sort. Like, you know,
Right.
like the possibilities are
And
endless.
it's kind of funny because I do like those. I feel like a warlock are usually seen as like pieces of shit people that just want power, and I've seen a lot of them played where it's like they did it to help others,
Hmm.
and I think a warlock can be a lot of things because it's not just you make the pact with the devil. Like there's a lot of things that you can make a pact with a warlock, and I think it's a really cool class.
Oh yeah. I mean, canonically, or well, mechanically, I don't know. Is mechanical canonical a thing? Fuck, I don't know. Let's not even get started on Unearthed Arcana. But fucking, there are there are higher powered beings out there besides those that would be immediately branded as evil. You've got Celestials, you've got Archfey, which honestly, if you're a warlock with a Celestial patron, in my opinion, don't at me. You're pretty much just a Diet Cleric, but
Honestly,
I mean, you
yeah, I
know.
kind of agree with that.
Because I think the Celestial has a lot of healing
Alright,
based
well,
patron magic. I don't know. Somebody could, if there's ever a comment section, somebody can fucking bitch me out. It's fine. I'll take
there's one
it.
on the YouTube, but I haven't seen anyone go there.
That's fine. Totally fine.
It's a little
It's
dusty.
like it's like crypto. We just have to invest for 5 years and just sit on it, and then it'll just take off.
Exactly. Um.
I'm not
Yes,
giving.
that is how it works.
I'm not giving it. Nobody listened to me about. They're gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's the key," and they all just start buying Bitcoin and shit. It's like, no, stop! I didn't tell you to do this. Disclaimer.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
It's complete jokes. I guess what um, I don't know how long we're planning on running this, but one question that I would like to flip back to the DM is: out of the things that you've seen our characters do so far, what has surprised you the most? Do you think, as far as like probably what you expected from session zero?
Ooh. Okay. I think Koratari's character in general is a little surprising to me just because Haley didn't know what she wanted when she first made the character. Um,
Mm,
that was part of the big reason that she wanted her to just be an amnesiac because she's like, I don't know what I'm doing with this, right? She
right.
originally wanted to go with a possessed paladin, and I thought like that was really cool, and I'm surprised that she didn't because she was really wanting to do that. Um, I think the most surprising thing was Wogue answering every riddle, so that was weird. Um, am I surprised? There hasn't been a whole lot of things that I've like been surprised about as of yet because I feel like I'm still getting to know your characters and I'm still kind of building the world with them, So it's like I kind of expect you to react a certain way. I know it hasn't happened in the like actual uploads yet, but Koratari slapping that bell, that was definitely a shock and I didn't it was something that I definitely did not want to happen, that's for sure. But she did it, and I was like, oh dear God, here we go. Um, there hasn't been too much. I think other than the belt, that's really been like the only real shock that I've had from you guys.
Hmm. I think Carrick's character concept has been the biggest shock to me.
Oh, what's that?
Um, because when I think of a paladin, like I don't expect I don't expect the bubbly, lovable kind of like smooth brain boy like smooth.
I
When you
do
think of
love
like a
Carrick.
paladin, when you think of a paladin, like I know like when we first and I don't know if it's just because the voice was taxing on you, Nick, but I noticed like Carrick's voice has kind of changed a bit over time.
Oh yeah, the voice hurts. Like, it doesn't just hurt,
Well,
but it like
I was like, why are you doing this voice to start? You're like making it so rough and like gravel. I'm like, you're gonna die by episode 2.
I know, but see, my voice doesn't match that of like a giant, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Uh, the your voice matches whatever your character's voice is because that's
Exactly.
your character. You
And
make him
like,
however you want.
I think that was. I mean, this is the first time we've ever like really done anything like this. I know Lindsay was still trying to find her voice for Wogue for a little bit. I mean, at the beginning, you could hear that it was like she was very trying to be like a. Here is masculine, and then if she was just like, no, I'm just goblin now.
Just got and in her own words, "Hi, I'm gay, also woke."
Yeah, that is something she said.
It's like gonna be her signature catchphrase now. Let's get that on a T-shirt. Hi, I'm gay. It's probably already a thing, but let's
Hi,
get it with
I'm
a woke
gay, but
thing.
then on the back it says and woke.
And also woke. By the way, my eyes are up here.
But yeah,
Uh,
I genuinely really like Carrick's whole thing because I like the paladins that are usually like you said, Thomas. Like paladins are supposed to be like big, strong, sturdy, immovable, and as like a Goliath, you immediately think that, and then you hear Carrick speak, and you're like, oh, you're just a big teddy bear.
a big teddy bear that likes booze.
Yes.
I mean, what teddy bear doesn't? Let's be honest.
Right. Like if for
I
anybody
mean, have
who's
you seen Ted?
my third character. All right, I'm theory crafting.
Don't forget Colonel Sanders.
That's already in the making. I've completed him.
But no, I like
Um,
it's one of the things that I love about D&D is it's just you're a part of something that feels huge, you know, especially as a DM that gets to make a world. I'm like a huge writer. I haven't really like written anything per se in a long time, but what?
I'm a huge writer. I haven't necessarily written, but
Oh, I mean like I haven't done much of like a full writing in a while. I
it's like me
used
being like, oh yeah, I'm a huge pilot. I haven't really flown anything,
All
but
right, just shut the fuck up. I used to write a ton of poems and a ton of stories beforehand. Um, I was huge into like roleplay style games for a long time. Um, so the first time I played D&D was just like it was pretty fun. Um, and then I wanted to take my hand in DMing, and I've only gotten better at that because every first DM is just garbage. um,
no.
and so I like making things just completely homebrew. I don't like going off a book a whole lot because it's not as fun to me. I don't feel like it's as creative, Like I'll throw in enemies that are in the book, but I like making my own and seeing what can happen from those. And then I like seeing how creative everyone can be with their characters. I mean, Milton alone is like just a huge, fucking great character because he's just so into one thing and he doesn't care about anything else, and I love
Gives you much room for character development.
it. It does, and
Guys,
that's why I love it.
I've upgraded to paperback hard tomes now. We're not just scrolls anymore, baby.
Uh,
Milton discovers a Kindle.
Milton invents a Kindle.
Oh,
Arcane
there we
Kindle.
go. It's just the
Well,
spell book.
I have to dip a level in Artificer, and it'll be done.
Yeah, you turn Keith into a fucking Amazon Kindle.
It's just like,
Oh no! Luckily, I have the warranty.
And then with Carrick, I mean, we had that bit that he was just an avocado farmer up in like the fucking snowy mountains.
the prime location to farm avocados, as we all know, as
Really.
avocado
Yes.
enthusiasts.
But
Avocados only stay good for like an hour.
exactly. So obviously, if they're frozen,
Nobody knew how he did it. He just did it,
yeah.
and they just accepted it.
I really hope there's a chance that even if it's a bit, but I just want Woe to make a good berry, but then like give Carrick one and it's a good avocado.
That's pretty good.
An avocado. Thanks.
Oh my gosh. That reminds me of something.
Hmm.
Oh man, what is it? What is it? What is it? What's it? It was a vine, I think.
It's an avocado. Thanks. That's the vine.
Uh, that is the vine?
That is the
You're
vine.
right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a kid opening up a present. It's an
Yeah,
avocado.
avocado.
Dang.
Thanks. Yeah, oh my gosh, you're right. Yeah, that was the original. I was like, what? Something.
But yeah, I think actually, Carrick is the only one I don't have figured out with everything. Wogue, I've talked to Lindsay quite a bit about like Wogue's backstory and their family. Milton, I know where to go from yours because your backstory is kind of lame and doesn't really matter to the story.
Eh. I feel important.
Well, no, I mean it's just like he's a standard guy. He likes reading and he likes being a scribe. There's not much else to it, you know.
Right, what could possibly come from that? A fucking that's who.
We have Koratari, which her whole backstory and stuff. I can't go into detail because that's all secret stuff from me and Haley. Um, Whereas Carrick is he's a Goliath from the mountains that grew avocados. What else do you want?
I have a character question for Nick. How do you think that Carrick acquired his divine abilities?
Um, man, how did I? It is bags. I don't know if it was him or Leon I wrote the backstory for. I think I'm getting them
I'm
confused
pretty
right
sure you
now
had to
because
wait for Leon because I remember you had an extensive backstory for him
I did. So I
because he was like
think
Roland's partner in crime, basically.
yeah, okay. I have it for Carrick because Carrick went out to he originally left his tribe to go out on his own and basically do go help people explore the world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe how his backstory went is that he ended up being a hired hand, like a mercenary. And while he was doing that, he found his way to faith.
Hmm.
And that is how he became a paladin, is he then went on to study his faith and realized he could turn that into something good for people by fighting for people with his newfound faith, and he realized he could pull power from that faith. So he went and kept being a mercenary for hire, but he wasn't just like a fighter anymore. He chose to be a paladin for the people, a
Right. So
protector.
he found purpose in his action.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, that's what I was looking for right there. Purpose for his actions. Yes. Righteous purpose for his actions. There we go.
That's pretty interesting. Do you have any like it doesn't have to be like a staple obviously, but do you have any idea? And I mean if you want to keep this if you want to keep it secret to us so that you can reveal it in an episode or something, but do you have any idea of what like his deity would be or like what
Yes,
it is?
I do. If you don't mind, I'm going to actually pull up his character sheet because I remember it's like an eye. It's like an eye on a gauntlet, I believe.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about because I had a paladin that followed the same faith. It's like the deity of protection or some shit like that.
Let me look. His alignment, helm, god of protection.
That's what it is. Yeah,
And then there's also, yeah, the staring eye on the upright left gauntlet.
that's
Ooh.
awesome. I'm actually kind of like I'm I don't know the word, but I'm excited that I knew that. I don't know
Hmm
many deities from D&D lore, so
Oh, fucking nerd.
I know Helm and I know Lolth. That's it.
That's all you need.
The Spider Queen and the fucking Gauntlet Eye, bitch.
Oh god. All the people, fucking Gilgax himself is just gonna be rolling in his grave. Or Gygax, sorry. Oh god, here comes the hate mail.
Oh no.
It's okay. I'm not cutting any of it out, so you can live with it.
Fuck. How dare you insult the creator himself, Gary Gygax?
Was he the creator of D&D?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool.
I don't know the exact date, but I mean D&D's been around for fucking years.
I know.
Probably over I don't want to say over 100 years. Yeah, oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. It's been probably over 100 years.
No way.
Yeah, I think so. Hang on, let me see.
Let me do a
Oh
quick
no.
Google. When did D&D first come out? 1974.
And it's 2022.
Yeah,
So
over 100 years. Yeah, of course.
yeah, it's like 100, right? I'm not good at math. That's Milton's job.
You play Milton.
How many years is that? Somebody calculate that.
Nick, do the calculations.
For what, 19 since 1975?
1974 to now.
Oh, 1974 to now. That's gonna be 48 years.
Dude, he
Yeah,
just whipped
I
that
was,
number
I was
out. He just fucking whipped it out.
hey, that was a 50-50 shot, and I was only two off.
But no, and I did have a question for you guys, real quick before we. I mean, my last question, if you will. Did you guys like put any of yourselves into your characters? Because I know a lot of people do that. I don't know. It kind of like lessens from. I feel like it lessens more and more the more characters they make. But
Um, and I've only been playing D&D for a few years, but what I like to do is my my brain kind of works in extremes. So over the years of me playing, I've learned to toggle it. But when we're in session, absolutely, I would put I take into consideration my thoughts and feelings that I have as the character, and then I would probably I try to blend them like as organically or naturally, I guess, if that would make sense, because I feel like Milton's not the wisest, but he's not an idiot.
right,
So he could probably come up with a situation, like an answer to a situation, if he has enough time and prep. He's like an arcane Batman, but he's a nerd. So me as a person, I'm also very analytical when it comes to like, oh, okay, we have this objective. How do we complete it in the most safe and efficient way possible? So that part of me bleeds into Milton, or vice versa, kind of over time naturally. Um, but at the same time, it's like you have to kind of give yourself that bit of a buffer, or fucking words filter, if you will, to give yourself kind of a toggle switch, because there's nothing, there's no agreement that we have off camera with Trevor to say that your characters will never die. There's always that possibility in D and
oh yeah,
D.
I don't like that rule. Like I hate. I mean, I'm gonna try my best to keep you guys alive because you're currently the main characters of the story. But I'm also not going to prep every session, allowing you to just easily escape. I'm going to treat it as if you were in an apocalypse. If there's a demon chasing after you, he's not gonna like barely kill you. No, he's gonna like try and rip you to shreds. So that's how I'm playing it.
Yeah, I think that it should always come down to, like, it is the dice. There's no punches being pulled.
Hmm.
And I feel like an agreement that a player has to come to terms with themselves is that nobody is invincible no matter what level you are. So it's like,
Even level 20 characters can die.
yeah, a well-placed power word kill will kill you.
That would kill anyone, really. It's kind of the whole shtick.
And it's like, at moments like that, as a player, I'll always do everything in my power to use every last spell slot to protect myself and those in my party, regardless um, of risk.
Hmm.
But at the same time, if Milton were to ever perish, like in the moment, just knowing that I did everything I could, and if in bonus points if I got the others out, I'd be happy for the time that I had and the adventures that we went with him. But I'd be able to flip that switch so I wouldn't like rage quit out of a match. Like it wouldn't be like I wouldn't just be like, you fucking killed him, you piece of shit. I'd be like,
No,
damn.
and I honestly, I can't play with people like that. It's like at the end of the day, it's like I've never said that I was going to keep your character alive. And if you've seen the battles that like I've had with other characters, and I potentially the characters that you guys had in episode 8, you know the battle I'm talking about. Um,
No, yeah.
I don't throw punches.
Well, you don't pull punches.
That's what I meant to say. I throw punches. I don't pull them.
You throw a fuck ton of punches.
I
Oh man, can't wait till you guys get to see that.
it was a fun episode, but it did have me stressing and worrying that one of them was going to die.
Oh, there was a couple close encounters, and I can't wait for it to be public so we can talk about it on the next Abyssal Whispers.
Hmm. But anyway, Nick, what about you?
What about me?
Do you put any of yourself into Carrick at all?
I do a little bit, yes. Because there's part of me that just wants to be stupid and doesn't want to think
There
and
you
doesn't
go.
want to put my brain into anything anymore.
I mean, that's
And
the perks of having a low intelligence character.
and
It's like you don't need to play smart.
exactly how you see Carrick and what he does is kind of what I do when I shut my brain off. And the only real way I can actually shut my brain off is if I am completely worked to death or I have had some drinks flowing through me. So, but I don't actually have drinks before a podcast. Just disclaimer, I don't do that. I'm
but
just saying
but it's
I am
time we
Counter
acting.
start.
disclaimer. Counter
I am
disclaimer.
acting how I would act if I was actually having a few drinks and I actually had a friend group that I went out with and did crazy things with,
I remember some of
like
those
in
stories,
D&D.
but I don't.
Also, side
Yeah.
note, Nick is definitely an avocado farmer. IRL confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
uh,
100%.
But yeah, no, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
I mean, it was a good fucking drum circle. So
I mean, we've kind of discussed everything we needed to. I just didn't want to leave the people with nothing. So
the people, probably five of you now, because one of you probably has a little brother who wandered into the room, was like, "Hey, what are you listening to?" And you're like, "Shut up and go away." And they're like, "No." And then they started listening, and now you've probably been arguing with each other the whole time while this was happening. So you probably
you're
didn't
just gonna
tune
need
in
to
until
restart it anyway. Yeah, I see you, Jerry.
Jerry. One person just shit their pants. They said my name.
I have never met a person named Jerry. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm. Well, um, I'm never really good at saying goodbyes, so I won't.
Damn.
Right. I will say one thing though before we go.
Hmm.
It pertains to the question you asked before of what we hope to see in the future. And actually something I hope to see at some point is a demon with a conscience. Somehow they developed a conscience, whether they were born with it or came to have it through some divine way, but a demon that has a conscience and they don't like what their brethren are doing and they secretly have been working against them this entire time, and we run into them, and at first we think they're an enemy, but then they make a case for themselves, and we kind of run them through some tests and find out, wow, okay, they do have they're being straight up with us, you know?
So
Let's
a
see what we can do. Now, whether they
tiefling.
actually have any impact to the story or not, you know, that it just can be like they could seriously just be like someone we meet and then they immediately die, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, bye.
I don't
I'm on your
Or
side. Gets stabbed through the chest.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
see a
god.
demon, he runs up to you, he's like, guys, I've been looking around you forever. This podcast you make is pretty great. I think I'm on your side. And then they get decapitated, and you're like, oh, well, that's a shame.
Ooh.
yeah.
Did I
Oops.
just did we just do a proof of concept for a potential warlock patron in this world? Question mark.
I guess you guys are gonna have to tune in and see.
Oh boy, I want to find out what's going on with this Necronomicon because Milton has
That
not.
that's cool. I like the Necronomicon. It's interesting, and I haven't really worked on the lore of that yet. I've been more working on the lore of Candlekeep at the moment because that's what is prime at the moment. But
Right.
prime.
Optimus Prime.
Ah, Dinkle Prime.
But yeah, and big things are coming this way though. Because I've I've got a lot of things planned and I want to do them all.
Big things are rolling out.
So make sure to tune in, and if you guys are actually enjoying the podcast, please share it to people you think would enjoy the podcast as well. Um, every listen helps.
Give him a not safe for work tag though.
Yeah.
Definitely do that. We
Explicit.
don't. Yeah, we don't. There's not much of a filter here.
See, at first I thought we were doing a safe for work thing for all viewers, and I'm like, okay. And then the first episode, I'm like, whoa! Like
Listen,
secretly, I'm like, whoa!
listen, Nick. We have Haley on the podcast. You really think that's gonna work?
Yeah, you're right, you're right, you're right.
Somebody should start like a fucking dick joke counter and the word fuck counter.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Times they said it this episode.
90% of the fucks are gonna be from Haley.
Haley
Right?
and Thomas.
Oh shit.
Like, let's be real. Those two are like probably the worst out of us here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. j- I think within the first 3 episodes, I've already been accused of being a racist. I was like, "Is that a thing? We're in the this is a world of fantasy. There's like
Yeah,
hundreds of races.
yeah, and you can be racist towards a lot of
That's just called not liking someone here.
them.
I don't like you
Like
because you're
just a bit of
racist.
lore that doesn't really matter to the overall story, but currently in this campaign, no one likes tieflings anymore.
I mean, it makes sense though,
It does.
because
That's so none of them like them. That's why there are no tieflings in the base.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't think I've actually have we met. I don't think we've even gone had the time to like go and meet every like I
Well,
guess.
I think that's impossible to do on the podcast anyway. But like,
Well, I mean, like just like the main because we've met the blacksmith, we've met the leaders, we've met like the third like the I don't know lieutenant. I don't know exactly what the equivalent of that would be, but we've met a few people there. But there's this place is probably like besides just like nameless civilians or whatever. Like there,
oh
I
yeah,
wonder if
no,
there's
I've said it. This place is huge. Like you could spend an entire episode just talking to people and getting quests.
damn, it's a hub world.
It is. And each one of these side quests will give you something pretty cool. Mostly skills or stat increases.
Longevity, delicious.
Yes. So, But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. If you guys have anything you wish to say,
Mm, I
I do
have
not.
some. I have some ideas or
hmm.
some concepts, some homebrew mechanics that I could probably pitch when we're off mic, but
All right.
uh, just to keep things spicy. But
I mean, we've already been kind of chatting about some homebrew mechanics for Milton.
no, yes, I oh there needs to be play testing, so we're not broken. But
I know
yeah,
that a lot of our systems need to be play tested and shit like that, but I mean, that's just homebrew content in general.
homebrew content. Sometimes somebody puts in too much spice.
Then you gotta water it down.
You gotta put some fucking I don't know what's good for to water. I mean, is it water? I mean,
Dude, I don't
baking
know.
soda.
I don't have the fucking chef feet. What do you want from me?
Oh, savage. Some of it. Well, no, we got Woog's good berries. We'll be fine. We'll never need to cook. We just have an all berry diet. And we all have liquid shits.
Also, have you talked to Lindsay about the fact that she has not added her max amount of spells?
Oh my god.
Like, you guys
What
have
do you
been playing
mean?
with a crutch this whole. She had like 3 to 4 spells that she could have added.
She is. So I'm slowly learning. I guess out of our group, I'm a bit of a veteran when it comes to D&D Beyond, and I've purchased all of the content and will continue to do so. So help me gods.
Yeah,
But
that's the main reason we have him on the podcast is to use all this content.
I'm just
Mm,
their
yeah.
D&D
So,
sugar daddy.
These are yep.
Dungeon money.
but yeah, no, Lindsay. We looked at her character sheet the other day, and she has like 4 like spells that she can add.
Yeah, like her max amount of prepared spells were like three, like two of their fucking. I don't know. It's like three of seven. And I was like, I talked to her too. I was like, do you know about this? And she was like, ah, fuck. I was like, oh.
But yeah,
So
so well, I think we're good to end here then.
yeah, put in some of that spicy outro music.
Maybe I will.
Maybe we shall. Thank you
Just
guys. If you listen to this whole thing, I don't know how much is gonna get trimmed or how much is gonna be in here,
none of
but
it
thanks for
is
listening.
going to be trimmed. I'm just gonna slap it, put the fucking music on the end, and call it a day.
Damn, you heard it here, folks. This is our editing process.
I usually go through it, but for this one, I don't see a point.
Dang, how long was this?
Currently an hour and 12 minutes.
Oh, fuck. That's about an episode. Bye, everybody. I'm Thomas, and I'm leaving the room. Well, here I go, walking away. Whoop, look, imagination. There we go. Bye.
He still sounds pretty close to Mike, but you know.
I'm leaving.
Nick, do you have
Oh,
anything to say before I end?
Balls.
God damn it.
all right, good. Cut it there.
All right, thank you
That's
guys.
it. That's all I have to say.
Thank you guys for listening. Share it around. Tell your friends that we exist, please.
Don't forget, sharing is caring.
Exactly, especially with D
Yeah.
and D podcasts. All right,
Share your balls with your friends.
Brother.
goodbye.